Yo, my people, them CFC Blue back with another video, and it's match day. Match day. Chelsea take on Celtic in our second pre-season friendly game. Kickoff is at 9 p.m. UK time. Join my watch club for about 8:30. We can discuss the team news and you can get my reaction as the game goes on. I hope you guys have an enjoyable Saturday. Leave your score predictions down below. The winners will get a shout out in the match review. On top of that, what do you think of the new kit, man? Don't you like it? I like the new designs. This is lit. And guess who's on the back? You already know. The coldest man wherever he goes. Cold Palmer that way. And yeah, man, man's feeling good. The sun is out. Summer's here. You guys, whoo, hope you have an enjoyable day. And what do you think of the new trim as well? Out of the old, in with the new. But now let's talk about the match preview. And there wasn't even a press conference, but there's not going to be a lot that is going to change from the last game where we took on Wrexham, where we drew 2-2. We are playing Celtic, and if man's going to be honest, they have started their pre-season very well, especially in their last game they played against Manchester City. They won 4-3. It wasn't a strong Manchester City side. I can't say they played a lot of their best players. They didn't, but it's still a good performance from Celtic. And we need a good performance. Against Wrexham, the first half was quite good. The second half, not so much. But we need to make sure that we can go a whole 90 minutes against a Celtic side who have a big history in the Scottish League. So for me, it's going to be an interesting match somewhere where we can show our progression. Last game, it was the first time we saw inverted fullbacks. Reece James played the inverted role. And some people are not necessarily going to like it. And I can understand that because we're used to seeing Reece James up and down the right hand side, even Malo Gusto up and down the right hand side, not necessarily inverted, but this is a new system. And our box midfield, that will hold a lot of tools, a lot of keys to beating other teams, if we're going to be honest. And Reece James, I I personally think that this role is very good for him because in the long run, we don't have to worry about him going bombing up and down the right hand side. This doesn't mean he can never do it, but this just means that he can be more in the central positions. And for me, the way for him to do that, well, this is just a good thing for him to do that because we've seen a lot of injuries. And a lot of injuries that came with it is bombing up and down the right hand side. I would rather see Reece James playing in the inverted role, sometimes bombing up the right hand side, rather than him bombing up the right hand side majority of the time and eventually getting injured. That is not what I want. We need Reece James on the pitch. Wherever role he's in, he's an extraordinary talent and he will help out the team in any role. So for me, that's the reason why I would prefer to have Reece James in this position. He is one of the best players in his position. And once he gets fit, and once he just stays consistently fit, he'll be one of the best players in the world. That is the level that Reece James has. That's why he's our captain. But that's just obviously my thoughts on him being in a position. I know that not a lot of people were very happy with it. But times, man, gotta get with the times. And on top of that, gotta get with the new system. Maresca's gonna try and get his body of work, his solutions over to the players. And this could help us so much, so much. Not just controlling games, but just scoring goals. And with the players we have, Carney Shakui Mecca, Christopher Nkunku, Cole Palmer when he comes back, Noni Madweki, Kylo Mudrik, even Tyreek George, these guys can do a lot for us. And I just like the fact that we are doing something new rather than the last season when we had Pochettino, we were always just focusing on running. We're actually learning to play with the ball. And this is very good because we are playing football. The best teams know what to do with the ball. Hence why you see Arsenal, you see Manchester City play the way that they do, have the success that they do. So I'm willing to just see how these things go. But on top of that, that's just me talking about the system and certain players in key roles. With this game, it doesn't matter whether we win or lose or we draw. It's just about the performance. We need the performances from all of our players to be top notch. We absolutely need it. And against Celtic, it's a good competition. It's a good game. It's not necessarily the hardest team, but it's not the weakest team either. So let's just see what happens. and I want you guys to let me know your thoughts and opinions. Do you think Reece James playing in the inverted role is good for him? Yes or no? Let me know down below if you've gotten this far. But just on that note alone, I'm going to go on talking about team news. And on top of team news, can talk about some new signings. We are nearly going to sign a new goalkeeper, Jorgensen from Villarreal. On top of that, today we have signed someone today. He plays as either a defender or a midfielder. I don't necessarily know his name right now. I think it starts with an A. I'm pretty sure it does, but you'll see on the community post when I post it. But yeah, man, we have a lot of talents, and it's should be a very, very good game in my opinion. And a shout out to one of my friends, Will Spool, because he's actually going to the game as well. So hope he enjoys it. But that's just some team news, just my opinions on the lineups and that. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions. Now I'm going to move over to my predicted XI for this game. And obviously, man's going to start off with Robert Sanchez as the main goalkeeper. Right back, Reece James, of course. Centre backs, I'm going to go with Tosin Adarabioyo and Wesley Fofana. Left back, I'm going to go with Levi Colwill. Then in the midfield, I want to see Romeo Lavia again because he had a very, very good game in the last game. And he needs a lot of minutes because he's missed a lot of minutes recently in the last year or so. So I want him to start. On top of that, I want Carney Chukwuemeka to start on one side. Then on the other side, I want there to be Christopher Nkunku. That's what we saw in the last game. And then on the left-hand side, I want to see Mykhailo Mudryk. I don't know whether he's going to start or not. I'm not 100% sure. And it's not trying to say that I don't like Tyreek George. I feel like he had a very good game. But I just want to see Mykhailo Mudryk start. He didn't feature at all in the last game. So I want to see him start on the left-hand side. On top of that, on the right-hand side, I know he didn't have necessarily a great performance last game. But I want Noni Madueke to start again because he can have a very, very good season. And he just needs to just play more games, build his confidence, and just make sure to take your chance. Because in the last game, you played very poor. I'm not going to cap, but I'm still going to start with you on the right-hand side. Then up top, I'm going to go with Mark Guiu. He had a very, very good game, and I was most impressed with him in our last performance. Nicholas Jackson could potentially play. Amanda Broja could potentially play. They could both start. I don't know, but I'm just going to go off what I saw. Mark Guiu, I'd rather him to start. This doesn't mean he's going to be man starting striker, but I just want to see him play. There's going to be wholesale changes in 45 minutes anyway, so it's going to be bare changes at halftime again. So everyone's going to get some minutes, but I just like to see this starting 11 start. So you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Are you happy with my predicted XI? Let me know down below. And on top of that, I'm not going to go over score prediction as usual, but you guys, like I said before, let me know your score predictions down below. The winners will get a shout out in the match review. And on top of that, there will be some stats on that after. And I hope you guys can join me for my watch along at 8:30. It's going to be a good game, hopefully. And on that note, I'd like to thank you all for your support. Please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram threads, Snapchat, and Facebook for more Chelsea content at cfc_realistblue. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. See you guys later on and have a good day. I'm CFC Realist Blue and I'm out. Peace.